A very good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to discuss about chapter number 4, that is theoretical concept of operating system. So this chapter we are going to discuss about what is operating system, what are the uses of operating system, okay, and what are the different types of operating system, and also the history, okay. So that is very important topic and also very interesting topic, okay. Shall we start? Yes. So this is the introduction about the software. So before that, what are the learning objectives of this lesson is? Number one, to know the concept of operating system and their types. And number two, to acquire the basic knowledge of operating system and also what are the functions of operating system. So full and full, this chapter we are going to discuss about operating systems. Okay, right. So first of all, I just give the introduction about software. So what is software generally? Did you know about that? Yes, a software is a set of instruction. It is nothing but what? A set of instruction that perform a specific task. So task is nothing but work or job. Okay. So one software or a software is nothing but set of instructions. It will perform some specific task. Okay. As per the instruction, it will do some work. That is the main purpose of software. It interacts basically with the hardware to generate the desired output. So how the software is working? This software should be interact with hardware and is generated to the desired output. So this is the general definition of what? Software. Then next topic, what are the types of software? There are two different types of software. Number one is application software. Number two is system software. These are the two different types of softwares. We'll see one by one. So what is application software? So application software is a software. It have a set of programs to perform a specific task. Okay. For example, MS Word is an application software. To create what purpose? To create the text document. And VLC media player, all of you know that. It is a very famous and familiar application software to play the audio files, video files, and many more. Okay. Like this, these are the different kind of applications. Today, whatever the applications we can use, all should comes with this type of category. Okay, all the applications, these are the examples of various applications. These are the icons of various application software. So all these application software is used for only performing the specific task. Is it okay? Yes, right. The next topic, system software. What is the meaning of system software? Here before we discussed about only the application software. Now system software is a type of computer program that is designed to run the computer's hardware and applications programs. Okay, it is very important to your computer. Without these, you can't able to work with your computer. Understood what I am saying? Yes. So that is what system software. For example, what are the examples of system software means? Operating systems and language processor. Okay. Without these system software, we can't able to execute any application software. Please remind this information. Okay. Without these, you can't able to work with your computer. If you are working with your computer means, then only you can use the application software. Understood? Yes. So right hand side, these are the different types of operating system icons and also the language processor. Understood? Yes. So like these kind of system and application software, now we are going to discuss about operating system. It is one of the system software. Just now we discussed about that. So an operating system is a system software which serves as an interface between the user and the computer. So generally, what is abbreviation of operating system as OS? Simply we call that is what? OS. So it is a system software. Don't forget, it serves what it will be serves. It is an interface. That is what it will be create some environment between the user and the computer. It controls all the inputs outputs, and other peripheral devices such as disk drives, printers, and electronic gadgets, everything. Okay, these are the main works for this operating system. The functions of an operating system include, what are the different types of functions? Number one, file management, memory management, process management, and device management, and many more. These are the different types of functions we'll do with the use of this operating system. Okay, so did you understand what is operating system? It is an interface between the user and the computer, and it will be control the entire input, output, and other peripheral devices such as disk drives, printers, and electronic gadgets. What are the main functions of operating system means? Number one is file management. We can manage all the files, and memory management. We can manage all the memory devices inside the computer, and process management, then finally device management, and so on. Okay, right. The next, this is a pictorial representation of how the operating system is working in the computers. Okay, see that. So using this operating system, we can operate with the computer, we can operate with the printer, we can operate using the mouse, we can operate using the keyboards, you can operate to access the hard disk drive, we can operate the application softwares. So without this operating system, so that's why we are telling an operating system is an interface between the user and computer. Now you understand what I am saying? Yes. So without these operating system, we can't able to these kind of devices. All are dummy machine. Without operating system, all are what? It's a dummy machines. Okay. So that's why OS is very important, right? So without an operating system, your computer cannot be effectively manage all the resources. And when a computer is switched on, the operating system is loaded into the memory automatically. Yeah, of course. Whenever you can switch on the computer, automatically your operating system should be loaded. That is what all the systems. Suppose, for example, already you notice this kind of information. Once you switch on the computer, immediately the window logo is coming, right? It will be glowing. The window logo is glowing. Then after that, it will be open your desktop, right? So that is what your operating system is loaded automatically. A user cannot communicate directly with the computer hardware unless an operating system is loaded. Yeah, of course. Without operating system, we can't able to communicate with your devices like any other hardware devices. Okay. So once the operating system is loaded, then only you can communicate with your computer. That means, so communicate means what? We can use. Understood? And the next, some of the popular operating system used in personal computers and laptops are number one, Windows, number two, Unix, and number three, Linux. So these are the different types of computers and laptops operating systems. The most famous and familiar is what? Windows. Okay, and Unix and Linux. And some of the Apple laptops and computers are using Mac OS. That OS name is what? Mac OS. Okay. Apart from that, nowadays smartphones, that is what, mobile devices are mostly used for so many areas. So in this mobile device, they are using a separate operating system. The name is what? Android for one set of mobile, and iOS, it is another set of mobile. So all the Android phones are supported only the Android operating system, and all the Apple phones are supported only in iOS. Okay, these are the mobile operating system. So what are the different types of mobile operating system means? Number one is Android, number two is what? iOS. Same question, what are the different types of operating systems are used in computers and laptop means? Number one is Windows, number two Unix and Linux, and also Mac OS. Did you understand? Yes. So these are the different types of icons. These penguin icons are represented by Linux operating system. And this is the Windows 10 operating system icon. And this is the Apple product Mac OS icon. And this is unique operating systems icon. And this is the Android. You know very well about that, right? It is one of the very famous and familiar mobile operating system. That is what? Android. Understood? Yes. The next, what are the needs for using the operating system? Okay, what are the main purpose of operating system? Number one, the operating system has become a very essential to enable the users to design the applications without the knowledge of the computer's internal structures of hardware. That means what? without these OS, you can't able to design anything. You can't able to work with any applications. It is very much helpful to know about the internal structures of your hardware. Yeah, of course. And point number 2, operating system manages all the softwares and hardwares. Okay, it will manage all the software and hardware what you are installed inside the computer. Most of the time, there are many different computers programs running at the same time. So they also need to access the computer's CPU, memory, and storage. So simultaneously, you can access the different parts of the computers. Is it correct? Yeah. And the another need is the need of the OS is basically what is that? An interface between the user and hardware device. Yeah, of course. Without this OS, you can't able to communicate with your computer. So it is one of the interface between the user and hardware. So these are the main purpose of using operating system. So whatever I said already here, I just mentioned in the pictorial representation. Okay, right. See that. So the very first user should communicate with computer, means this is the computer hardware machine. So we can't able to communicate directly with the help of operating system. So operating system is the intermediator between the user and the hardware machine. Okay. So how can you access this operating system? With the help of application software, you can use the operating system. Then after that, you can access the hardware machine. Understood? So thus the first diagram, human users is directly communicate with hardware, means with the help of operating system, you can communicate with hardware. This is the first arrow mark. And this is what, with the help of some of the application software or other system software, you can communicate from the user to hardware machines. This is the another arrow mark representation. Understood? So all are by process. Understood? The user, then application software, then operating system, then finally hardware. This is the recycling process. Understood? Yes. The next concept, same topic, need for operating system. It works as a translator. I already told, right? Operating system is nothing but he is an intermediator. It is an intermediator between the user and the hardware machine. So that's why we are calling this is one of the a translator. While it translates the user request into machine language. Why? Because machine knows only the machine language, right? And user knows only the high level language. So if you want to communicate with your computer, means we must need a one big translator. So who is the translator here? That is what OS. Understood? Yes. So this OS converts the processed information into the user from the readable form. Okay. So what it will be do generally means it converts all the processed data or information into user's readable form. See that? This is one of the application software. This is one of the operating system and this is hardware, right? This is a structure. So right from here, the user should send the request to the computer, means automatically operating system is the translator to translate the information to the application software. Then after that, it will be performing some actions and it is stored into the memory part. Then it will be sent into the result as an output. So these are the actions should be performed with the help of these operating systems. So this is the interaction between the operating system and the user. The next one, what are the uses of operating system? Okay, what are the different types of operating system already we discussed. Now, what are the uses of operating system? To ensure that a computer can be used to extract what the users want it to. So users, generally, user wants to get any information from the computer. Without OS, it is not possible. Okay, and the next one, easily interactions between the users and computers. Easily interactions means what? Easily you can communicate between the user and the computer. Number 3, starting computer operation automatically when power is turned on. That means what? Once you switch on the computer, automatically your operating system will be performing. So that is nothing but what? Action, booting. This topic already we discussed in the first chapter. There are 2 different types of booting, right? What are the booting devices? So what are the booting formats? Number 1 is what? Software booting. Another one is hardware booting. Is it correct? Yes. Warm booting and cold booting, like that. Yes. And another uses is what? It controlling all the input and output devices of your computer. Yeah, of course. All type of input and output devices. Which one will control? Operating system. The next one, it will manage the utilization of main memory. That means what? It will be managing the main memory resources. And finally, it will be providing the security to the user's program. So what programs you have to create and save it, your OS will be automatically produce or provide the security. Okay, so these are the different uses of what? Operating systems. Understood? The next one, types of operating system. What are the different types of operating systems we have? Okay, based on the processing capabilities, we are divided into two different types of operating system. Number one, single user operating system. Number two, multi-user operating system. So what is the difference between these two? We'll see one by one. The first thing is single user operating system. What is the meaning? An operating system allows only the single user to perform a task at a time. That means what? At a time you can perform only the single user performance. It is called as what? Single user or single task operating system. So what it means? For a user, a task is a function such as printing a document or writing a file to disk or editing any file or downloading any file like that. Okay, so at a time you can do only one work you can do. That is what? Single user operating system. For example, MS-DOS is an example for single user and single task operating system. These type of operating systems we can use from the year 1981 to 2000. Okay, so it will do only the single action at a time. That is the meaning of what? Single user operating system. Okay, yes, but nowadays we are using multi-user operating system. That means what? At a time we can do the different actions you can perform. So that is the meaning of multi-user operating system. You'll see that it is used in computers and laptops that allow the same data and applications to be accessed by multiple users at the same time. Okay, did you understand what I am saying? Yes, the users can also communicate with each other. Each other means what? Bidirectionally you can communicate between the user and also the computer. So what are the examples of multi-user operating system means? Yeah, of course, Windows, Linux and Unix. These are the different operating systems. Is the best example to say multi-user operating systems. Is it okay? Now we understand what is the difference between both the single user operating system and also multi-user operating system. Yes, right. The next concept, what are the key features of operating system? That topic we'll see in the next class. Thank you. Thank you, love you.